So guys, after the mishap of the KitchenAid, everything's good though. I found the part, it's $3, so I'm not going to buy that part. But you can see my dough has doubled in size. Now I normally do this by hand anyway, so it's no big deal. What I'm going to do, get a little flour here, flour my board, well my counter, turn this dough out onto my counter. Throw a little more flour on it. And then what I'm going to do is just knead it by hand a little bit. Not too much, just a little bit. Work it a little bit. There we go. That's it. That's about all you really need to work it. Just for a couple minutes. Now I'm going to do that dough. Get my ever trusty pastry cutter. And just give it a quick cut in half. Get a sheet pan or a baking sheet or whatever you want to call it. And a piece of parchment paper. What I'll do is I'll just get this parchment paper fitted to my sheet here. Now I'll give this dough a good roll around here until I get it into a nice little ball. And just put it on the sheet. This one too, give it a nice stretch and roll around here until I put it on the ball, make a nice little ball, and put it right on the sheet here. There we got two nice balls. What I tend to do is just score them a little bit, make a little X on top. They'll continue to rise now. I'm going to set them back in a warm place for another 35-40 minutes until they get fully rised. And then I will throw them in the oven. As you can see, we got a nice rise. Now I'm going to toss all these in the oven. And we'll see where we go from there. Right, guys, it's time to pull that bread out of the oven. So let me start grabbing bread. Hopefully you can see that. One. That one actually needs to go a little bit more. We'll leave that one there. This one exploded. There's two. There's one more in the oven that needs to go to a little bit. As you can see, they did turn out pretty good. Now my trick is to get that nice brown is the last 10 minutes. I let it go for an hour at 350. And then the last 10-15 minutes I crank it up to 400 just to get a good brown on them. The last loaf I did put in a little bit later than the first two, so it's not quite done yet. They'll be done in probably 5 more minutes. I'll show you those ones when they come out. So you can see all the bread's out of the oven now. All looks golden brown and delicious and smells really good. What I'm going to do in just about 10-15 minutes, that ugly loaf right there, I'm going to cut into that one because that one's for me because I always eat the ugly ones. Cut into that one. I'm going to have some bread and butter just to show you how good it looks. This bread's actually not rosemary, it's rosemary and basil. That one's rosemary basil. That one's rosemary basil. That one's rosemary basil, rosemary basil. That one and that one are just rosemary. So guys, I'm all done. There's a loaf of the ugly bread. So I'm going to eat this one. That's what it looks like. See if you can see that in the screen. Looks pretty good. Now what I'm going to do is just cut myself a couple of these center slices. And just still nice and hot. Put a little butter on it and eat it right now, honestly. That's what I'm doing right now. So there you go, guys. That's bread from scratch. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. God bless. Happy Thanksgiving. Alright. Bye-bye. good.